and welcome in to Bryan College here in Dayton, Tennessee on a cool Saturday afternoon. The University of Pikeville Bears in town to take on your Bryan College Lady Lions. We got about 4.5 minutes until tip. Should be a pretty good game. Lady Lions last time out taking down the rival Tennessee Wesleyan Lady Bulldogs 62-54. Thanks for hopping on with us today, and I hope you're all having a great Saturday. There'll be a lot of fun college football action on, but for now, we've got your attention. We're almost ready to go. The University of Pikeville Lady Bears took down Bryan College in the AAC tournament last year. The last game played between these two squads, and I know that the Lady Lions, the ones that are left over from last year, are looking for revenge today. The teams cannot be more different, Bryan's team couldn't be more different. They return only 2 starters from last year, and Pikeville, though, a lot of the same people that ended up winning the AAC conference tournament last year. Allie Stone averaging almost 20 points a game, a true talent, a scorer. She'll be hard to stop today. She is a very effective guard, number 2. And then they've got a well-balanced lineup. The problem with Pikeville that I see is that their starters play a ton of minutes. The high-pressure, high-intensity, full-court defense that the Lady Lions and Coach Matt Bolant have implemented, I see kind of causing some problems for a team that is so reliant on 5 really good players. You'd like to see them in this matchup maybe go a little bit deeper into their bench, and that's what the Lady Lions will do here today. I see maybe 9-10 players playing today as usual. You look at Ayanna Kennard. You look at Ella Summers. She'll be coming off the bench. Nevaeh Majors, of course, and a new face that'll be in the starting lineup, Ashlyn Crittenden, I believe. I'll get the correct pronunciation on that right before the game. It's just going to be a total team effort. Can the Lady Lions buy into what Coach Matt Bolant and the rest of his coaching staff have been saying, the full-court pressure defense, the half-court buzz defense? We're about to find out. We got about 2 minutes till tip, and I'll see you guys then here on Bryan Lions Live. And welcome in to Summers Gymnasium. You missed the pregame show. I am Drew Rogers, the voice of the Bryan Lions. A little solo act today as most of our Saturday broadcasts have come to be. And we are just about ready for tip. The lineup for the visiting Bears: Bush, Stone, Mejia, Andrade, I believe, Colopy, and Blith. The lineup for the hometown Lions as Pikeville gets the tip: Crittenden, Sinnett, Davis, Brooks, and Farrell. And Pikeville going to start early with the three from deep. No good from number 1, Rachel Bush. Davis will bring the ball up the floor. A decent action there. Pass a little bit too long. Coach Matt Bolant liking what he's seeing as they look to get it to Brooks. Pass just a bit too far in front of her for her to handle. And this you'll see a lot. A full court barrage of pressure for probably most of this game. And it forces the first Bears turnover as it's something that is new this year for the Lady Lions. You'll see a lot of high-pressure defense. You'll see them up way extended past the three-point line, even in the half court. See what they can do with it here on the defensive end. Nice pass from Farrell. The feed to Brooks all the way with the left hand. She gets the first 2 points of the game for the Lady Lions. Allie Stone with the ball. She comes into the game averaging over 20 points a game. Pikeville's leading scorer by a mile. There is Andrade fighting hard. No bucket. Rebound eventually gets corralled by Farrell. She will push it up the floor, makes a move, spins all the way to the 10 with the left hand. No good. Rebound controlled by the Bears. I don't think Bryan touched it there. Another errant pass. And the second Lady Bears, or just Bears, I'm not sure. Yeah, I believe they're just going to go by the Bears. Second turnover of the day already. Only a minute and a half into this one. Brooks swings it back to Crittenden. Little hot potato as they swing it around the arc. Looking for the angle. Crittenden in the lane. Gets it to Sinnett. One more to Brooks. Tori Brooks uses the screen. And a really nice defensive possession played by Pikeville here. Lady Lions going to have to get one up. It'll come from Farrell. She didn't get it off in time, though. And really nice job done by the Bears there as they corralled driving lanes when the ball was put on the floor. And overall, a nice sense of pressure all around. The ball with Colopy. She's going to get it to Stone. Stone so far been quiet. I would be surprised if that continues for much longer. And Stone corralled for the moment. She'll take a quick three, and it's good. The first points of the ball game for Pikeville coming over 2 minutes in. And right there you see why she's so dangerous. Davis goes under the handoff and just had a tiny bit of space. Stone knocks it down. And a player to watch right there, Tori Brooks, has struggled so far this season offensively. And it looks like she's going to get her first chance right here. Tori, 4-3, no good. Crittenden can't pull it down as it'll go off her and be a Pikeville possession. Stone with the ball. I believe this full court pressure, Pikeville will just handle it by giving it to their best player and getting it up the floor. You see the high screen there and the roll by Andrade. The three-pointer comes from Colopy off the pass, no good. Rebound Davis. Davis up the floor. And they don't have numbers, but she's going to go all the way into the lane. Left hand, no good. Decent attempt there at taking Stone off the bounce. The pass into Andrade. Looks like they're looking to get Stone in the action. Davis doing a nice job so far of staying in front of her. Oh, but not that time. Stone got the better of her. It is blocked by Farrell. Crittenden up the floor. Lady Lions in transition. Crittenden all the way with the left hand. Will draw the foul on number 45, India Blith. her first and the first foul of the ball game for either team. So far, another low-scoring affair as only 3-2 on the scoreboard, nearly 4 minutes into gameplay. And the second shot is good, gives the Lady Lions the lead back. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a substitution from the home team pretty soon. Blythe being guarded by Crittenden. And, yeah, that's going to be a reach-in foul by Tori Brooks. See, she got her across the arm there. It'll be Bush at the line, shooting two, as they do call it a shooting foul. Knocks down the first. And knocks down the second for a pair of points. Here is Davis with the ball. She'll swing it to Stinnett inside to Katie Farrell. So far, the penetration has been pretty good. The finishing is a different story from the Lady Lions as they'll get it into Tori Brooks. They'll collapse on her, swings it to Farrell. Mid-range pull-up jumper is good. Farrell, a much-improved shooter from last year. It shows right there that not a shot she would have been comfortable taking last year. Steps directly into it and knocks down the J. See a switch defense being employed here, a man-to-man for the Lady Lions. They'll go back inside to Bush. Bush, one more to Stone. Contested three-pointer, no good. Davis brings down her second rebound of the ball game. Nice cut there from Crittenden inside, trying to get the angle. Pretty good straight-up defense applied by Colopy. No whistle. They'll go inside to, I believe it is Mejia and Andrade, I believe. Bush is left wide open in the mid-range and makes them pay. Knocks down the easy two. And this, of course, a Saturday game, so not as many fans as we saw in the Tennessee Wesleyan game as I believe they're going to have to create their own energy. Farrell spins, blocked by Bush. But Lady Lions going to have to create their own energy. Now they got to get back on defense. Blythe all the way, no good. Stinnett applying the defense. But, yeah, a little bit of a dead gymnasium, and those can always be dangerous at home. It allows for those trap games. Stinnett no good for three. Allows for those trap games, allows for the away team to take advantage of what, I mean, ordinarily would be an advantage for Bryan. Looks like we'll see a pair of substitutions each check in for both sides. I think the whistle's going to go against Farrell on the far side, trying to get around on the post. Going to be called for a hold, her first, team first. We'll see Kennard, Majors, Summers check in for the Lady Lions. Farrell, Stinnett, and Crittenden will take a seat. And we will see Jalea Warren check in for Pikeville, as well as Alexis Moore, and it'll be Colopy and Mejia Andrade taking a seat on the bench. Looks like we are just about ready to get started again. 4:04 left, 7-6 Pikeville lead. He'll get it to Bush. She's immediately going to go inside, attempt to get it over Majors. The size advantage too much for the fifth-year guard to handle. So far, Rachel Bush absolutely been the most impactful player on the away team side. They'll swing it to Brooks. Looks like she thought about pulling it for a moment. Inside to Summers. One more to Majors. Majors open. Not her favorite shot. They are moving it around pretty well so far. Brooks, the floater, no good. And I think they get Kennard for the foul on the rebound. It'll be a loose ball push, her first, team third. So the whistle's going against Bryan right now. Didn't see if that was worthy of the whistle or not. Blitz to Bush. Looks like Davis got her hand in the passing lane. Oh, they're going to call it against Pikeville. Coach Matt Beaumont pretty happy with that one. And the good play by the sophomore rewarded with team possession. Ella Summers looking to work inside. One more, two majors from Davis. They'll go back to Summers. Looks like Kennard's in the way. Ella Summers somehow gets out of the trap. No good. Kennard again on the offensive glass. Another block by Bush. Pikeville with the ball, top of the key. It'll be Autumn Davis hounding Moore, and Moore got it away in time to get it to Stone. 9 on the clock. Pikeville going to have to get a shot up. Looks like Stone will do the dirty work. Davis hits the floor, no whistle. The three-pointer short. Rebound corralled by Brooks. Senior pushing it up the floor. She'll stop and get it to her teammate Davis. Looks like the Lions will be running back in some starters pretty soon here. Brooks in the paint, uses the pivot foot, and will get the travel against number 10, Crittenden, and Farrell will check back into the ball game. Davis and Brooks taking a seat. And good full court pressure applied by the Lady Lions. Kennard to Nevaeh Majors, up and in. Defense into offense, and they have struggled mightily so far on the offensive end of the ball. Best way to fix that is get in transition. Kennard hits the floor. Moore has been very close to turning it over against this pressure so far. The pull-up jump shot from Stone, no good. Bush stepped out of bounds on the offensive rebound attempt. It'll be Lady Lion ball. Probably not where you want it. Doesn't look like Pikeville was in a true press right there. Crittenden inside, uses the spin move. Get a foul. Not sure who it's going to go against. Bush and Blith in the area. Oh, excuse me, Stone was in the area. It'll go against Stone, her first, team second. Some more substitutions. It looks like Pikeville is only going to employ so far a 7-player bench as Colopy and Mejia Andrade check back in. Crittenden missed the first, gets the second. She'll split the pair, tie the ball game back up at 9 apiece. And right now, Stone in the complete backcourt. They'll have to rely on Moore, who, again, almost turns the ball over and gets it to a teammate, but they turn it over right there. The steal by Crittenden. She goes all the way in over Warren. No good. Stone leaking out. Doesn't look like anybody will be able to catch her, and she'll get the easy two. Pikeville going to take the timeout off the bucket. It is an 11-9 ball game here. Pikeville up 2 on the hometown Lady Lions. We're going to step away for just a moment and be right back on Bryan Lions Live. And welcome back. Sorry for the late start. I found something that's been missing for a long time up here. If you listened last year, you would have heard him a few times during volleyball season, a few times during baseball. It is my original broadcast partner when this all started, Nick Roberts. Nick, what's up, buddy?
What's going on, man? Thanks for having me. I can only be here for a little bit. You know, got to get ready for our game here here in about, what, an hour or so?
Yeah, about an hour. Be, hour 10.
Sweet.
Or, sorry, hour 40. Yeah, you play at 4. But, yeah, right now, another defensive battle, as we've seen all year from this Lady Lions team. That is a travel committed by Colopy. But another defensive battle, not what we're used to seeing, but a strategy that's worked fairly well here at home so far.
Well, you know, getting a little insight into it, Coach Ballant had told me beforehand, you know, that if they were going to win this game, they had to do it on the defensive end, primarily stopping number 2, Stone, their best player for a couple years now. Yep. And they're doing just that, in my opinion, outside of a couple of open transition layups and things. But it seems like the zone's giving them some problems. We just got to figure it out on this end of the court right now. Yeah,
and a double dribble call, well said, Nick, but I believe that was probably a travel more than a double dribble, but either way. So last year, Pikeville comes into the tournament. I believe they were probably a 4 seed. No call there. Beaumont kind of incensed by that. Colopy puts it on the floor, the floater, no good, rebound Brooks. And that's how the first quarter will wrap up. We're going to keep it here during the quarter break as we get to see what Mr. Roberts has been up to since he retired from, well, not fully retired. I don't know if the people know, but we've recently, you know, gotten back in the lab a few times.
Well, you know, there is still a year of eligibility under my belt, but I think I'm going to take it this year, and I've been taking my talents to the Girl Scout team, yep. Helping them prepare, you know, playing anybody that I can, and just trying to help them get prepared for those. And, man, we're having a blast, right? We're burning calories. Yep. And
staying active. That's what the name of the game for us. But anyways, last year, this Pikeville team comes in, I believe, as a 4 seed to the AAC Conference Tournament, and really came out of nowhere and stole the whole thing. They beat the Lady Lions. They beat Milligan en route. And it was impressive. I mean, it was just a full, like, switch from what we had seen where they were clearly the 4th best team during the regular season. Sure. And we thought, you know, like, hey, that's cool. Like, maybe they can make some noise. But I don't think anybody saw the way they played, and definitely not the way that Stone and I believe it was Colopy, number 30, played down the stretch to give them that conference tournament win.
No, absolutely. And it just proves the point that basketball, you know, if you're playing at your best right now, it's not really going to do you any good. Is it going to put you in position to get the best possible draw in a tournament? Sure. But Pikeville came in last year playing their best ball for that tournament, and it just proves that basketball is something that if you play your best ball at any given moment, you know, you can win. And they were very, very good in that tournament. You know, they stifled our Lady Lions, I'm pretty sure, in that conference tournament.
Oh yeah, that was
a tough watch. It was a tough watch. Now, you know, they didn't shoot the ball well that game, but it was very impressive to see what they did in that tournament.
That's well said. I mean, it's just when you get to that hotel in Kingsport, and you know this. I mean, you were a part of the team that beat the number 1 seeded Union Bulldogs 2 years ago. Any team can beat any team, and I think that's kind of the name of the game for the Lady Lions. That conference tournament berth across a couple of different head coaches now conference tournament, you know, champion has kind of eluded them. They've been money during the regular season. They've been really hard to beat at home, on the road, and then they get to Kingsport, and for whatever reason, it has just not all come together.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you go into a neutral site, you know, everybody's staying in the same place. You know, it's just a different vibe, and it just kind of throws you off your normal routine. And you just gotta be able to wake up and bring it. Man, I remember we played at 8:30 in the morning a couple times. You know, staggered games, things like that. As Katie misses the first, darn it! All right, we got to get something going offensively here.
Yeah, 11-9. 1 minute into the second quarter. It's just, I will say, Pikeville has been very impressive in the half-court defense. As you get to see the call there. Good. I mean, the hustle by Sydney Neal causes that tip to go out of bounds from Pikeville. But Pikeville's been very solid in the half-court defense. And right now, a lot of what's been generated by the Lady Lions have come off free throws. Farrell, pull-up jump shot just off. I think we're going to get the foul against Estrada. Coach Matt Bolant doesn't like the call. I'm not sure I do either. That's just a battle for the ball right there. I don't think she broke the plane of verticality.
Well, that's 2 loose ball fouls going for offensive rebounds, and I think if you're Coach Bolant, like, you'll live with that, right?
Yeah.
Like, you've got to, if you're not shooting it well like they haven't been, you got to find a way to get different baskets, and I don't think that that's a bad foul there.
No, absolutely, especially for somebody that's coming off the bench who's going to be probably in a limited minute role. I'm going to have to say
that's a little ticky-tacky in my opinion.
Yeah, but I mean the point is from the Coach Bolant, play defense without your hands. I think that's what the point he wanted to get across. I
think if the Lady Lions are going to try to jump out to a lead here by halftime, obviously you got to figure it out in the half court. Somebody's got to step up and make a couple of plays in the half court. You know, you're always looking for Tori Brooks.
A shot from number 10 Warren,
but she's looking to catch and shoot. We got to find somebody that's going to make a play to get her open looks. Maybe draw up a couple sets for her, things like that. But I look at Katie and I think she may be the person to do it.
Yep. And maybe the person with the ball right now, number 0, Ashlyn Crittenden. Her first game of the year has been out with injury. They'll swing it to Davis. One more. Autumn Davis for 3, no good. But Crittenden, as we've discussed off broadcast, is unique in this conference because she is one of the only girls that has superior athleticism out here, and just something you don't see a whole lot at this level. As Neal drives in the lane, nice pass out to Davis. Autumn Davis, her second three-pointer, no good. Almost got the offensive rebound, but can she be kind of a spark for them? So far, she's had some nice moves. Has just not been able to convert at the rack, and so far just not been able to generate any buckets, but somebody who has been able to generate buckets, number 1, Rachel Bush. I believe that she's working on double digits now. Look, she's got 9 of their 16.
Here's a good look.
And Brooks left open for 3. You leave her open, she'll knock it down.
Yeah, they gotta make open ones like that. I mean, Autumn's missed two now. Not bad misses, just a little short, but they've got to come up with those if they get the opportunity for them.
And they've got to generate some more looks for Brooks. I mean, we've seen over the years how lethal she can be from beyond the arc, but I mean, just not a real fault of hers. Nothing she's had to do like her whole career here. They now need her to be a creator. And it's just not something that comes naturally to her. I would like to see them generate some more looks for her right there. I think a defensive miscue, but some design plays, some design looks to get her open three-pointers, at least to see if she can get going. And if not, then we move on. You go, run different things.
Yeah, and you talk about Crittenden with her superior athleticism. Yesterday, I actually drew a switch on her. And she kind of put a little crossover on me, and I really wasn't expecting. I knew what she brought to the table athletically, but it kind of shook me in my shoes a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. So,
yeah, might have got away with a little extra step there. That is Mejia Andrade, and these two teams, Nick. Speaking of, color scheme's eerily similar to a matchup going down in Tuscaloosa, Alabama right now.
Yeah, we've got the 9-1 Mercer Bears taking on the Alabama Crimson Tide here on my phone.
Stone left wide open for 3, no good. They got away with one.
Yeah, you can't have that happen.
Brooks up the floor. Brooks swings it one more to Farrell. She'll push in the lane. Looks like they'll reset for the time being. So give us just a little preview, Nick. I asked Josh Muncie, assistant men's basketball coach, last game to give me one sentence on what you're going to have to do in this next game. Give me your sentence. What's it going to be against the visiting Bears?
Honestly, the preseason #1 team in our conference, a team that really got after us last year, 2 games. I think we match up well. I think my sentence would be, we have to just play better. And I know that sounds simple, but
a little reductionary.
To be honest with you, I don't think that we've shot the ball only maybe once this year that I think that we're capable of doing it at a high level.
Yeah.
I think we've only shot it great once. You know, I mean, we beat Wesleyan the other night shooting 25% or less from three. I think we're going to get points in the paint. We're one of the best cutting teams, one of the smartest offensive teams that we've ever had. I just think if we can. Oh no.
Oh no. Farrell goes down, and she came up holding that knee as soon as she went down. Scary scenes right now as the trainer runs out. We're going to take a short break and let them get this sorted out. Hopefully she's okay. We'll be right back. And welcome back in to Summers Gymnasium as Farrell is being escorted to the training room very slowly, very gingerly. Looks like by Melissa and her dad now. Looks like they're going to pick her up. Looks like her day is done, Nick. Just hate to see it, man. Any injury again for any team in sports is just, especially one like this, is just a shame, man.
Yeah, there's really just no words. You know, thinking about her, and you know, she'll be a big loss today.
Yeah.
But we're more concerned with her and not the outcome of the game.
Yeah, you just hate to see something that you've worked so hard for just get taken away from you by a freak. Something like that, just a step, just landing wrong there, twisting on it. And it looks like we're about ready to resume play.
You know, with that being said, you know, who's going to step up and fulfill that role now? Whoever it is, you know, you got to be prepared. You got to shake it, and you got to go. Regardless, it's still, you know, there's still going to be a game played.
Yeah. As the Lady Lions somehow corral that. That'll be Crittenden all the way. I'm going to get a foul against Mejia Andrade. I believe that'll be her at least second, so she may have to take a seat pretty soon. But you're right, Nick. Who's going to step up? You look down the bench, you see Estrada, you see Summers. Not the same type of players as Farrell, but definitely possess. Excuse me, all the physical tools needed to do it.
I think you know, this next 5 minutes. You know, you have to stick to your script. You got to keep doing what you're doing. But I think Coach Blount's going to have a decision to make when he gets back into the locker room to look at different options, especially offensively, because Katie, you know, plays a special role that I'm not sure there's many people on this roster that can do what she does. So kind of going back to the drawing board, looking at, you know, what do we got to do now roster-wise to give ourselves the best chance here.
Nice defense by Crittenden. Thought she played it fairly well all the way. maybe, yeah, and you see the signal from the official. That's what I was thinking. The arms were not exactly vertical there, as it'll be Alexis Moore going to the line to shoot 2 for the Bears. But you're right, Nick. You talk about the offensive role she plays. The biggest role she plays is on the glass. Certainly the team's leading rebounder in every game they played this year.
And for a Lady Lions team, that's really not a great rebounding.
Yeah, no, they're undersized, and they just a lot of them struggle. There are girls on this team that are good at boxing out, but actually getting hands on balls, Farrell is definitely the best at that.
You know, if I had to try to look into a crystal ball, I would say Coach Ballant's going to look really deep into playing a very athletic, very quick, you know, up-tempo pressure, because Pikeville is only going to play 8 players max. They knew that coming into the game. They told us that in prep yesterday. So I would look to see Coach Ballant try to start wearing them out, running up and down a little bit. That way, too, when you're in transition, your rebounding is not as important as it is in the half-court offense.
My goodness, Rachel Bush, pull-up jumper. We were told Stone would be the main focal point coming in. I think Davis has done a pretty good job on her so far, but Rachel Bush has over half of her team's points here in the first half. Pull-up jumper, Crittenden just can't find the bucket right now, as it has been a struggle on the offensive end. And the almost turnover turns into a dream matchup for the Bears. Coach Matt Beaumont going to have to get another timeout. It'll be a full. Nick, is this it for you, buddy, or are you sticking around till halftime?
I'm going to make it till halftime.
Okay.
I'll make it till halftime.
All right. Nick and I, with that said, we'll be right back here on Bryan Lions Live. And welcome back. Out of the timeout, the lineup, Stinnett, Brooks, Davis, and Majors checking back into the ball game. I would not be surprised, Nick, if Ayanna Kennard plays a bigger role here. One of undersized for sure, but one of the only players that seems to really have a nose and knack for offensive rebounding. I wouldn't be surprised if in the second half she plays a bigger role. I mean, this zone defense by Pikeville is just incredibly effective right now. And they're playing up. They're not letting those deep three-point looks get off. And, I mean, Bush is holding down the middle very well as Davis knocks down the triple. Much needed. A source of life offensively finally found. But besides that, their half-court defense has been hard to beat.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Lady Lions moving forward they're going to have to focus on knocking down open threes because they're going to get them in the zone just like Davis right there. And then you got to find a way to cause turnovers and get easy baskets left and right whenever you, like right here. And then you got to push it here. You can't, in my opinion, don't slow it down here. I keep pushing it and then I force them not to get set.
Got to have Crittenden get going as well.
It looks like Crittenden's now playing.
Yeah.
Katie's spot.
I like the idea. You get your most athletic and person you want to hold on to the ball the most.
And she can definitely take 25 off the bounce. She's gotten to the free throw line at least 3 times already tonight.
Nice move by Majors in the lane. No foul given, as she was able to kind of make something out of nothing there, squeaking through, but unable to finish. The nice pass there from Warren leads to a Bush bucket. And Nick, the Lady Lions are playing really great defense. Like, there's nothing to hang your head on here. 26 with 2 minutes left is pretty excellent. They've had one player that's been very good against them in Bush, but they've got to score, and Sinet looks to do just that. That one long, and if you're Pikeville, you'll take that. You'll take a deep 4 to 5 feet behind the three-point line shot every time down the floor.
Yeah, I mean, the Lady Lions, like you said, they're doing good defensively. They're taking Stone out of the game.
And Warren knocks down her second triple of the game. And here is a critical point in the ball game, Nick, where they have got to get offense and they've got to get some stops. I mean, because right now you're seeing a lot of heads hang when Pikeville's knocking down shots. And I get it. Losing a teammate sucks. It's a big blow. But they've got to find a way, find just something within themselves. It looks like Brooks is going to get an open look. Brooks catches, fires for three. It's good.
Yeah, I think from a coaching perspective, I think if the Lady Lions get in here at 10 or less at halftime, you're going to feel pretty good about being able to make an adjustment and seeing if you can make a run.
Alexis Moore left open, maybe for a reason, misses the three-pointer. The hustle by Colopy. And it looks like it'll stay Pikeville ball. They're going to say it went off Majors. Kennard checking back into the ball game. And a newcomer so far this year, Paige Moody. She has not seen the burn that she did last year when they were a little less deep. But she's checking in the ball game. I
like the move. You know, she's somebody that can knock down open shots from the outside. I don't mind giving her this last minute and a half, seeing if maybe she can get one up.
Yep. And she's immediately going to get tested by Warren. Pretty good closeout applied by Moody. The offensive rebound taken by Pikeville. And it'll be Stone all the way. Excellent defense. Kennard, big-time rebound. They've got a chance to push. Kennard swings to Brooks. Brooks from deep range. Just short. Man, that was it right there. That was one they needed to see go down. Online, Kennard pushing the pace. Just unable to get it to fall. It looks like this will be the last shot of the quarter for either team.
It's a big defensive possession, gives you some momentum, feeling good about yourself if you get a stop right here.
Like you said, 10 or less. Stone drives the lane, and Davis gets knocked to the ground off the spin move. No good from Alexis Moore. As you said, Nick, a big defensive possession for the Lady Lions as they go into halftime down 29-19. Nick, thanks for doing this, buddy. I was getting a little lonely up here. Appreciate you stopping in. And I believe right after you, we will have head assistant men's coach, Josh Muncie, will be hopping on with us. So another guest.
Appreciate you. Go Lions.
Yeah, roll Tide. and welcome back in to Summers Gymnasium. We've had a little bit of everything today. Went and checked on Katie Farrell in the during halftime, and I think it's pretty. It's not great. She's in a lot of pain. So prayers and best wishes to her and her family, the people that will be taking care of her. Hopefully, praying for the best. Hopefully, it is a best case scenario thing there. As a collision takes place between Stone and Davis. Stone grabs her ankle. Looks like she's okay. The foul will go against Davis. A blocking foul, her second. It'll be team first of the third quarter. Bryan going with a little bit of a switch up. Summers starting. Nick Roberts, who was on previously, predicted Summers or somebody would slide in and out of the lineup. Of course, she'll be replacing Farrell. We'll see which one of these bigs, or maybe even a guard, kind of fills that role, as it is 31-19 Pikeville as we get the second half underway. Summers receives the screen from Davis. The three-pointer well long and corralled by Pikeville. The screen and roll to perfection by the Bears, and Bush puts two more to her total. Starting at about the 2-minute mark left in the second quarter, Pikeville's been pretty dynamic on offense. A switch up from what we saw early from the Bears, and that has been the difference in the ball game. The ability to score. Summers taking Andrade off the bounce and scoring her first 2 points of the game. That is what she offers, a bigger player that can still take girls off the bounce, can shoot the ball, a stretch big, if you will, and we'll see if she gives any more of that the Lady Lions way. Contest that shot, no good by Bush. Davis the rebound. She's looking to push. And as Nick mentioned, I think this has got to be a situation where every time you've got the chance to go for the fast break, you go for it. Pikeville's half-court defense has been pretty electric so far in shutting down just about everything they want to do. And right now, again, it's getting late in the shot clock. They're not able to generate anything. Davis all the way. She'll do it herself. They generated that. And right on time, another guest in the booth today. You heard from Nick Roberts. Now you get to hear from another men's basketball staff member, Josh Muncy. What's up, buddy?
Not much, Drew. How you doing today?
Just hanging out. Vanderbilt football doesn't play today.
Well, that's a good side. Texas is up 20-10 on Arkansas. I just went and peeped in the training room and checked that out.
Texas up 20-10. I see that Nick's Alabama Crimson Tide are
they're playing Mercer. We're not talking about that.
Taking care of business. I told him that the color schemes out here look eerily similar to what's going down in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, hopefully it turns out the same as well for us. So, in terms of the Alabama game.
Crittenden all the way, using her speed.
It's good to see her back.
Yeah, definitely. She's definitely got some rust on the tread, but
it has to be expected. She's a great player, though.
She is.
I know she's new to the Bryan Lions. I've been following her career. She's from Cleveland as well. I'm from Cleveland. I've known about her since she was a freshman in high school. She's a baller. So
definitely.
Just be ready. I know you haven't got to see her at full strength yet, have you?
Nope, not. I've only seen her in practice. Very early this year.
Hooper. She is a hooper.
Yeah, so. That's one thing that Nick and I were talking about. She possesses some serious athleticism for a player with a guard frame. Not something you see a whole lot at this level.
She can touch rim.
Yeah,
she can touch rim.
Yeah, not something.
Yeah,
something that is a rarity and a luxury as she misses the back end of the and one. And right now, Josh, the Lady Lions are looking for a spark. Decent defense as that one rims out for the Bears. Decent defense so far. 35 points, nothing to.
Yeah, you're almost midway through the fourth or third quarter, and you've only given up 35 points.
Yep.
That's not the worst feeling in the world. Now, when you've only scored 25, that's a little different, and so. I think that, they've had some good looks, though. There's been some chances to really attack, miss some shots, but overall this team is growing, getting better. They're fun to watch.
They are fun to watch. Another player fun to watch, Rachel Bush today. She has put on a clinic for the Bears. And number one, she has been she's been pretty much top to bottom where their offense has started and where it's these runs that they've gone on. She's been the catalyst and the spark. Summers trying to get a spark of her own, blocked by Bush.
Yeah, I've kind of been in and out, but every time I seem to watch some sustained of this game, like a substantial period, one is affecting the game. That's Bush.
Yeah, that's Rachel Bush. Yeah, she's been difficult to stop, difficult to contain. Kennard in the lane with the right hand. That one got the bench fired up, and why wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's a good move. Now let's put a stop together.
Yep.
Build off of that momentum. Try to get there. You go. Oh, just off the hands of Crittenson there.
Nicely done from the Lady Lions, and that's it, Josh. That is how they generate their offense.
Yeah.
They turn defense into offense. It's how they held on versus Wesleyan. Wesleyan definitely the better offensive team in that game, but they turned the ball over 19 times. And if you expect to win games, it's difficult.
Yeah, they've got to take care of the ball a little bit better. But I feel like they're doing good things defensively. They're active. Their hands are involved. They're touching things, deflections, all those sorts of things.
Yeah.
This team will grow as the year goes on, especially offensively. I think by the time, AC kind of gets readjusted,
yep.
They get readjusted to her, I think we're looking at a pretty good team here. A little pause in the action.
Not sure what the discussion was.
22
shot clock?
22. Yeah. They reset the shot clock prematurely there, which can happen from time to time.
Don't know if you know this, but our table is on watch right now, so they've got to be on their P's and Q's today.
What's wrong?
We just had a lot of errors. Brooks from deep three-point range. It's good. Lady Lions draw within 7, and it feels like we've been waiting for that all year, Josh. Finally, we see it. And Tennessee Wesleyan was just not going to let Tori Brooks beat them. Pikeville has left her a little more open than the Lady Bulldogs did in here last time out. Davis drives all the way. My goodness. Off the window with the right hand, off the spin move. It's a 5-point ball game. If you're Pikeville, when you get this across half court, I'd probably think about a timeout. Looks like another foul called against Bryan. Not a big fan of that foul call right there. We've seen a few today that have just felt really ticky-tack, like don't affect the flow of play whatsoever.
Yeah, a lot of times that happens when you make the first one. You got to make the second one, the third one, the fourth, every one of them after that. So,
Pikeville kind of scrambling. They find an open stone, and she misses. That would have been a big one for the Bears, a big one that didn't go down for the Lady Lions. Kennard in the lane, jump shot, no good. Crittenden is boxed out well by Bush, but her activity does not stop after the ball is corralled. And I believe it'll go for Pikeville.
I don't agree with that call.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Full timeout taken. Did Pikeville take I think Pikeville took the timeout.
Took it.
As you see the cheerleaders. So, Josh, talking about the women's game, switch gears quickly here, as we like to do when you're on. I asked you to give me one sentence about Tennessee Wesleyan. I'll give you a little bit more. Give me a paragraph synopsis of the game today, because obviously with the preseason number 1 coming into town, there might be a bit more you've got to say.
I think, first off, they are a very good defensive team. Very good defensively. They've got a guy, Bunch. You'll say his name a lot tonight. He's a focal point of what they're trying to do, so in turn, he's a focal point of what we're trying to do.
A Division I transfer.
Yes, he's a baller. He scores in the post, scores from the three, does a lot of things that you would like as a coach. I'm sure he's a great guy to coach.
Yeah.
He's somebody that I would like to coach myself, but, you know, just being able to kind of control him, not let him get going, not let him do what he wants to do, that's going to be big for us. Offensively, it's execute. You know, this team, they're going to be well prepared. They always are. They're well coached. So that means we've got to be on top of everything that we're trying to do. And I think, you know, number 3 is let's run a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, I think that both them and us kind of are probably better teams in the half court, especially defensively.
Yeah.
So I think for us, a big key here is you want to call that foul real quick.
Yeah, that's a foul on number 12, Sydney Neal, her team second in the third quarter. Go ahead, Josh.
So I think, you know, for us, a big game plan is to try to get out and run a little bit.
Yeah.
Try to affect the game and just kind of be, you know, we haven't got out and ran a lot this year. And it's not like we're going to try to, you know, play at 100 miles an hour all day, but, you know, try to get out a little bit, try to do some things, and we'll see how it goes. I mean, they're a good team. So,
yeah,
you know, they were picked number 1 for a reason, but, you know, they still got to come into our crib and, you know, beat us at home. So,
yeah, definitely. And you mentioned Bunch. I know you weren't here last year. A little reference. Bunch was probably their third option last year. So nice to have a guy like that where some seniors leave. I believe you've already seen one of them. It was Keontae. What is his name? He plays for one of the teams. I believe it's
Cumberland's, right?
Maybe one of the teams. I think it was one of the teams you played at the live tournament. I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Keontae.
Yeah, Keontae, and then they also had. Oh goodness, Steinbeck, Isaac Steinbeck lead.
Yes.
Those would have been considered the 1 and 2s last year. Bunch, much of an afterthought in game planning, but man, he lit us up last year. So good to see you've targeted him early.
Yeah,
this year.
He circled. That's for sure.
Nice
good
move by Davis. Autumn Davis kind of taking over here.
Yeah, she's played well the past few minutes. Yeah, so it'll be good. I mean, they've replaced those guys with some other guys. You know, they've got some size, some strength. The new big man, he's pretty good.
Yep.
So
another turnover generated by the Lady Lions. Kennard all the way. Drew the foul, and probably lucky she did.
I was going to say, she kind of got bailed out there in a way.
The foul goes against Stone. It'll be her team's second in the third. Warren going to check out. They'll put back in. Colopy.
It's kind of opposite for them of the Wesleyan game. You know, for our girls.
Yeah.
You know, they kind of extended the lead on Wesleyan,
right.
And in the second half, Wesleyan kind of
battled back
as we're, you know, make this free throw, get it to a 1-possession game.
I will say this about Bryan going down the stretch here as we've got 3:08 left in the third quarter. I would imagine as this game goes on, you're going to start seeing a lot of tired legs from Pikeville. Bryan obviously losing a member of the team early in this game, but I would guess as their substitution patterns go, you're going to see Pikeville's best players, the ones that have to be more involved in the action than any other. They're going to be gassed by the end of this game. That one of them right there, number 2, Allie Stone, came in averaging over 20 a game. She's been held in check here today.
Yeah.
She has certainly been held in check. Looks like we'll get a substitution, number 11, Olivia Hall. Hall played a lot early season. There were some ineligible factors. There were some classroom issues. Looks like they're giving her another chance. She's played really well when she's in the minutes that she's been allotted this year.
Yeah, I'm a fan of her. I like the way she plays. She's kind of a longer guard. Can shoot it a little bit.
Yep. Yeah. Coach Bolant trying a lot of different things. Obviously, when one of your better players goes down, it's a next man up mentality, something that Don Rakowski is famous for saying. It's like Davis is going to try to take on the whole team by herself. Olivia Hall finds the space and throws it to the Bryan bench.
Yeah, of course, I talk good about her, and then that happened.
Yeah, that one's probably on you.
Yeah, I take full responsibility. You know, really small lineup, Coach Ballon out here right now.
But you probably get away with it.
Yes.
I'll be interested to see how the rebounding goes. They've got with Kennard and Neal as, man, a big-time triple from Blythe.
Yeah.
There's not really any Pikeville fans here to cheer for it, but that was an important make. But Neal and Kennard are pretty good rebounders. Davis, a lot of activity as well. In this kind of full court trapping defense as Neal misses the layup, I would think that you could probably get away with this lineup for the rest of the quarter.
And that's probably what he's doing here. They're gonna try to trap everything, you know, buzz them a little bit, things like that. Just kind of use what you have right now. Try to you know, take advantage of the situation you're in.
Pull-up jumper, good by Stone on the previous possession. And right now there's a lot of kind of standing around for Bryan on offense, waiting for somebody else to do something. Somebody on this floor, we've seen Davis kind of go to that tune as she goes straight into the lane. That one is blocked, and it'll stay Bryan possession. But somebody on this floor right now is going to have to step up and take scoring into their own hands. And here comes two onto the floor that it might be Crittenden and then freshman Kelsey Johnson. Kennard drives in the lane. It'll be a blocking foul on Blythe. I think that'll be her second, team third. So it's probably a good time to get those stats pulled up. Kind of been free ball in this one, Josh. As it's a Saturday.
You rolling solo all day today?
Yeah, rolling solo all day. I worked Monday through Friday, so figured today would kind of be more relaxed compared to the three-man broadcast that we had against Tennessee Wesleyan. Crittenden, nice move, draws the foul from Colopy. It'll be Colopy's third, team fourth. Both teams close to bonus, but only 120 in the third till it gets reset. That doesn't matter as much. And Crittenden knocks down the first and the second for a pair. And now 120 left, Josh. You got to think no more points can go on the board for Pikeville.
Yeah, you know, that's kind of where you got to be right now. Down 8. I know you think, oh, well, down 8, that's not that much. But, you know, the way this game is being played, you can't let it get to double digits as,
just a nice move.
As it does right there. But, you know, hopefully we can kind of chip away a little bit towards this last quarter. You know, defensively, I think we can hold them to, you know, 8 to 10 points. I mean, they only how many did they have at the end of the first quarter? Was it 11?
11, yeah.
So, I mean, that's, you know, you can do those things. You just got to be able to score a little bit to kind of counteract that. But I'm going to have to step off of here. We're about to go in and do our pregame and all those things. So
thanks, buddy.
Always a pleasure.
Yes, sir. That Josh Muncie, assistant men's basketball coach, as he stopped by to talk for just a bit. You can find that broadcast immediately following this one. It'll be up on the same channel, youtube.com. It'll just be a solo act. No Dad, no Ryan, as our long-time viewers know those guys. But promise I'll do the best I can. Hopefully the Lady Lions can finish it off strong here. 4 on the clock. Johnson, pull-up jumper. That one long. And actually a dream scenario for Pikeville here is Crittenden's going to pick up a foul in the backcourt 70 feet away from the basket. And Colopy's going to shoot two guaranteed free throws. No 1-and-1 left in women's basketball. So a chance to extend the lead even further here, as the 13-point deficit could grow even larger, as the referee telling both teams they're going to have to stay on the floor. They usher the cheerleaders back to the sideline. Wow, they put 3 seconds back on. This should be .3, I believe is what they're looking for. I guess with .3, you've technically got time to get off a full shot. I think that is the minimum time frame needed. Hopefully we can get this clock issue resolved. If nothing else, I can run down there and do it. As we have a stoppage of play here, trying to get it to .3 seconds. All right, looks like the officials have resolved the issue. Colopy missing the first. And, yeah, I thought I was going to have to go down there and fix it. Looks like they'll have .3 left to get it off. Colopy's second free throw is good. And it looks like they're hand timing this one. And that will be the end of the third quarter, 51-38. Pikeville in the lead. We'll be right back at the start of the fourth here on Bryan Lions Live. And welcome back. We are just about ready to get started in the fourth quarter. Lady Lions down 14. I think I called it 13 right before the break, and that's not correct. Folks, thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for watching. Really enjoy the opportunity to call most of these games, to be actively involved in so many young lives as they're shaping their careers, their futures. So, once again, thank you for watching. And this would not be possible without our lovely broadcast sponsor, El Toro. El Toro in Dayton, best Mexican food in Ray County, located by the United Grocery Outlet and Wendy's. Check out El Toro in Dayton today. Autumn Davis misses the layup off the screen, and she'll get back on defense. Pikeville goes to Stone. And a wide open Andrade extends the lead to 16 for Pikeville. And that's probably got to be it for the Lady Lions if they expect to come back in this one. They've got to stop giving up easy buckets to the Bears. Ayana Kennard with the ball. She'll get it to Crittenden. Crittenden behind the back takes her defender. And a hold call on number 99. That is Alana Smith. She checked in at the end of the third. I don't think I said that. I think we were talking to Josh Muncie, but Smith coming in to provide a little bit more depth for Pikeville. Maybe a stamina move pulled by Pikeville's head coach, attempting, that is Clifton Williams, as Davis gets in, having a nice game, really doing well at getting into the paint with the left hand, and she is Bryan's second leading scorer on the day with 9. Kennard pulls down the rebound. This is it. Bryan's got a chance to push. This has got to be it. You've got to get buckets and then you've got to get stops. Pretty simple adage, but it rings true. Pikeville is just not going to let Brooks come free for a three-pointer. Her and Davis passing it back and forth. Davis in the lane, no good with the left hand. Made the correct move, cut off the defender, unable to finish. Stone on the other end, all the way and in over Kelsey Johnson. Stone, not a very big player, as Crittenden swings it ahead to Davis, up and in, as I don't think Davis ever got back, and a heads-up play pulled by the transfer to get that one down the floor quickly before the defense could set up. But I don't think Stone, she's not very big, but she uses just about all of what she's got to get some of these shots off. Crittenden on the steal. Colopy giving chase. Crittenden all the way. Foul committed by Colopy. It'll be her 4th. So one more and she's done. Team first on the quarter. Or sorry, excuse me, team second, as Majors and Stinnett will check back in. Crittenden's first shot is good. She's now shot 9 free throws. It'll be 10 after her second one. She has been effective at getting to the line, something this Lady Lions team has been missing this year. Crittenden will check out, 8 for 10 on free throws on the day. And I believe she has 10 points total. 3 Lady Lions in double figures. Autumn Davis, Tori Brooks, and of course Crittenden. And a dangerous pass, followed up with an even more dangerous pass. Somehow stays in Pikeville possession. Lady Lions buzzing around as the defense suggests. They get it to Blythe. The tip ball somehow brought down by Colopy. A foul on Neal. It'll be her 3rd. Team first on the quarter. It'll be all high-pressure defense from here on out for the Lady Lions, trying to deny everything. Bush in the lane, surrounded by 3 Lady Lion defenders. Majors on the floor. Andrade on the floor. And head coach Clifton Williams will get the timeout. As they say, Andrade had possession. It'll be, I believe, a 30-second timeout. And it'll just be a brief stoppage here, so we'll keep it live for now. Pikeville will have the baseline out of bounds. Bryan made some offensive strides in this quarter. It looks like they are wearing down the Bears. Unfortunately, Pikeville has just been the better team when it comes to scoring. Their best players have put the ball in the bucket when they've needed it, and that is the difference in the ball game right now, folks, as they're looking to extend that 12-point lead just a little bit more here, get a little bit more security. And they've really taken great advantage here of Bryan's switch defense. The mismatches that they're looking to create with Andrade and Bush have been almost an every possession thing. You thought you were going to see a lot of Allie Stone here, but it's really been quite the opposite. Pikeville obviously identifying something early that they wanted to go to, and they've stuck with it the whole rest of the game. Ayanna Kennard uses the spin move, picks the ball up. Easy as it gets. with the layup. And we'll see if this defense can generate some turnovers. Colopy nearly lost it from Majors. Majors running around with her hair on fire right now as she'll get back in position in front of Warren. Blith inside, the swing to Colopy. She's left open. Katie Colopy short. The rebound is chased after by everybody. It'll stay Bear possession. Brooks, Crittenden, and Davis checking back in. Surely they're going to leave Majors. They do. This will be a smaller lineup, but pretty akin to what we saw for the starters. The only difference is Majors in there for Farrell. The swing to Stone. She uses the pump fake, the pull-up jumper, finds the twine for Pikeville. And just when you thought a good defensive possession was going to be capped off, maybe going the other way, Stone able to get out of there and find some success. Tori Brooks uses the sidestep, the three-point jump shot, no good. They'll get it to Stone once again. Could be a situation where we see Stone as the closer in the lane for Bush on Brooks. That one just long. Andrade comes over with a big offensive rebounding effort. Somehow Pikeville still has possession of this ball. Bush, another post move on Brooks. Her second effort is good. And it's back to a 14-point lead for the Bears. Crittenden using the dribble moves. The Euro step floater, no good. And Pikeville in square control of this one right now. The gym has kind of deaded out. They've got all the momentum on the offensive side. I would guess that the Lady Lions, a lot of these girls having to play more minutes than they thought they would. A little bit winded right now. You see the miss from India Blith. Crittenden swings to Majors. Majors uses her speed in the lane, off the window, finds the angle, and puts in the two-point bucket at a big time. Pikeville just shredding this press from Bryan right now. Bush receives the pass from her teammate Colopy and knocks it down. Both teams look exhausted right now. A lot of tired legs out there. Brooks going to get it to Crittenden, top of the key. Stinnett with it now. Looks like they'll run a version of the corner play that we saw in the scout team this week. Brooks from way deep, cans it. That's a big one, my goodness. As that offensive possession went nowhere till number 10 decided to pull it from the logo. Take a short break. I think I need a drink of water. 62-51, 3:48 left. Pikeville in the lead. We'll be right back. And out of the timeout, Pikeville's Allie Stone connects on another triple. to push the lead back to 14. Olivia Hall going to drive, almost got it in there as she went right past Andrade. And Hall's activity has picked up considerably here late in the game. Corey Brooks getting the foul awarded to her there. And I believe it's a push called against Rachel Bush. And I'm not sure I blame her. It's been a tough day to stop number one. The three-pointer coming from Bliss is no good. Rebound by Johnson after the effort from Kennard. Johnson pushing it up the floor. Gets it to Brooks. See if Tori Brooks has another contested three in her. Instead, she'll go inside. The spin move, Crittenden to step through. No good. It'll be a tie-up. First one of the ball game. It'll be black ball. Pikeville gets possession after the miss from Crittenden. Deflection by Autumn Davis. We've got 4 seconds to get it over half court. Violation against the Bears. Good full court pressure applied by the Lady Lions. 2:16 left in this ball game. Can they pull something out here that we haven't seen? Davis gets the screen from Brooks. They finally lose her just enough space. Corey Brooks knocks another deep triple down. Force another turnover quickly. They're pressuring Stone. Stone swings it. And just like for a moment, Pikeville will retain 100 possessions. Davis, top of the key. A battle we've seen all day. Davis for Stone. Pressure, Bush. Gets it to Mejia Andrade. And quiets the Bryan crowd, but maybe starting to come back to life. 57-54, Davis throwing a foul on India Bliss. Was not happy with the call. The cool thing about referees is they often don't change their mind. There's not a whole lot in point for a player to complain to them unless another referee says something to the other. This will be Tiara King, number 4, checking the ball game for the first time. Tiara has played intermittently throughout the season, and Davis knocks down her first free throw. The sophomore having a pretty great year, has improved markedly offensively. It'll be her 14th and 15th point right there, and she's been a spark on the offensive end, and I don't know that I expected, but she's been important for sure. Pikeville just having no problem with the press right now. Easily getting it past half court. And Coach Matt Beaumont informing his team to get up. And they need to in a bad way. Got to force a lot of quick turnovers. Brooks will get the foul on Bliss. And I believe that'll be Brooks' 4th. That'll be her 3rd. Team 3rd. Looks like Bryan will probably likely want to play the free throw game down the stretch here if they're going to attempt to fill this one out. 11-point deficit almost out of reach here. They need to get away with this one. You've got to let that shot clock run down and try to get as much time left on that clock as possible. Even if they take an open layup, you'll still take that. You still got time on the clock. Brooks' 4th foul on the day. Brooks uses the pass fake. And she'll get the ball back. Another 2-point mid-range jumper for Bush is good. It has been deadly today. 59-56. The substitution timeout taken by head coach Matt Volant to put Olivia Hall back in the ballgame. Quick three-pointer, just short. Rebound Colopy. Jessica Lady Lions will leave this pressure on for the remainder of the game. As soon as we get any last steal or point, the left Pikeville dribbled out here. Maybe something that happens when I start to predict something and then we drop off what happens. 69-56 will be the final score. The University of Pikeville Bears come into Summers Gymnasium and comfortably defeat the Lady Lions. And for you guys as our viewers, thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for watching. Pikeville took the shot clock violation, and I don't think we'll see a shot here from the Lady Lions. The first conference loss on the year for Bryan. As they look to get back in action next week, erase this one from their memories. They'll be on the road next week. But to our viewers, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Wow, okay, that's a bit embarrassing, but I believe I had on the wrong headset for the last bit of this one. But to our viewers, thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time here on Bryan Lions Live.